So, all right, so stay with me on this one. We find an iceberg, and when you sell off and you find an iceberg buyer, in this case, this green line you see here, generally you do what the market did. All right, let me back it up. So the market sells off pretty aggressively, and then all of a sudden if you fire right through an iceberg and cross back over, it's bullish. When you find one and you can't get through it, you generally do this. You stay above it for a little bit. All right. And you get the market to kind of get too short down in here, and it walks up. Now, people that are looking to buy bottom feed or pick a low, fade it. So we had a decent sell off into these prices. I'm positive to say there's nothing wrong with that. I don't talk people out of doing that. But you have to know the context of the market and how you should be less patient on a day like this particular day where the market was heavy. The market wanted to explore downside prices. It wanted to go to some areas and test some other open positions. That's what markets do. They test their own open positions. It's not just random moves. There's order to it. And there's a magnet which drives prices lower if there's enough open positions to balance. It goes from balance to imbalance. And so one thing that I mentioned as the market was kind of going sideways near this low is there's too much time for too many other people to get long with you if you're bottom feeding and if you're long. And I didn't say that in here. I said that a couple moments later when this red line turned green. And all this went heavy right there to the green side, which changes this number down in here. But it gives you a sense that too much time, too many longs are coming in. Be careful long. Yeah, you get some shorts in here and it walks up, but you just get too many longs. Try and also get out at that price. I think it was more or less in here. The guys there are in the room real time. See when the laser goes red to green, you gotta be careful remaining long if that's what you're doing. And then you see this iceberg gets pulled, which means there's less buyers, even a better chance to go lower. But what's most important is when you have too much company. If you're long, you don't want friends long with you. And you have to know why you don't want friends long with you when you're long. But you see when this laser that we call it, that's this green line, when it's red, it's better chance to go up. When it turns green and it transition, it's a look out below moment, or be very, very careful long if you're indeed long. And there's other elements on this chart where it seems like a lot, but when you break this thing down, it's the same thing, just over different time periods. So it's actually not a lot when you break it down. But anything that you do, and a lot of people that come to this YouTube channel listen, that you can't just try to learn everything in a few videos. You got to break everything you do down and then work on the pieces.